What do sellers pay at closing is one of the questions I hear most often as a realtor. Today we're going to break that down, and we're going to start right now. My name is Teresa and I'm a running realtor in Suwanee, Georgia. Welcome to my channel. I make new videos each week to teach you what you need to know about buying, selling, and living your very best life here in the Suwanee, Georgia area. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. You don't want to miss a thing. So when a house is sold, there are fees and charges associated with getting that transaction closed. Some of those fees will be for the buyer and some of those fees will be for the seller. All of these costs will be itemized and labeled on the HUD-1 settlement statement. Today we're going to break down what the seller pays at closing. Sellers are always responsible for the property taxes paid from January 1st of that year through the date of closing. And here in Georgia, those tax bills come out on October 1st and they're due on December 1st. So if you've already paid that bill at the time of closing, then you will see a refund of those days. And the buyer will actually see then a charge for the amount of time from the date of closing through the end of the year. Here in Georgia, real estate transfer taxes are also the responsibility of the seller. However, sometimes as part of the contract, we will see that those costs are transferred to the buyer. So the rate of the transfer tax is $1 for every 1,000 and 10 cents for each additional 100 of the final sales price. So a home that sells for $350,000 would have a transfer tax of $350. And this tax has to be paid before the closing of the sale can be reported with the county and the state. If you have a mortgage on the property, the balance of that mortgage will have to be paid at closing as well. The closing attorney, during the process of preparing everything, will contact your mortgage company and find out the exact cost of this. The attorneys will also be searching for any other type of liens that may be on the property. Things like mechanics liens placed by contractors, or a civil judgment lien, even a tax lien. All of these would have to be cleared up either prior to closing or at closing. And please make sure if you have any questions as we go along, you post them there in the comments. I'll get those answers back to you as quickly as possible. During the negotiations of the sale of the property, you as the seller may agree to make some concessions to the buyer. Those concessions would be things like contributing to the buyer's closing costs, or maybe purchasing a home warranty for the buyer. Things like maybe even making a repair. You can either have that repair made and have that bill paid at closing, or even set aside funds at the closing to make that repair afterwards. And if you're going to be staying in the home temporarily after the property has closed, you may even be paying rent as part of the closing costs. This doesn't happen that often, but it can, just depending on what the negotiation included. Normally, a buyer wants to take possession of the home immediately. Real estate commissions to the selling agent, your listing agent, and the buyer's agent are paid at closing as well. Normally, that cost is 5 to 7% of the final purchase price of the home. Then the two agents will split that total commission. Each agent may have a split to pay to their broker also. The listing agent then will also pay all the expenses that they incurred for marketing your home. Those expenses would be things like professional photos, possibly a website created, hosting open houses, even special signs depending on your neighborhood. If this video has been helpful or even entertaining, please hit that like button. If you have any questions, maybe something I didn't cover, please leave it there in the comments. As always, if I can do anything for you, just give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I hear from so many of you each week, and it's just great. Thank you so much for watching my videos and sharing them with your friends and family. I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.